I had a disastrous time using Ambunu for the first time. If you haven't checked that video out, I'll put a link above. But guys, I set out to try Ambunu 4 ways to see which one works best for my hair. If you're interested and you don't want to get these leaves stuck in your hair, let's find out together. Ambunu is an ancient African hair growth secret, and not only does it help detangle your hair, it can be used to cleanse your hair, so you can use it as an alternative to your shampoos. On top of that, it can actually be used to strengthen your hair and also to help fight dandruff and itching. So we're going to start by creating our paste, and for that we're going to get a cup of the Ambunu leaves and just blend them as smooth as possible. Now my blender is pretty average, so if you've got a NutriBullet or something strong like that, it's gonna work even better for you. I decided to sift my powder, if you may, my Ambunu powder, just to, get rid of any particles that did not blend well. So all you need to do now is place that in a little container before we go ahead to the next step. The next step is very simple. Just add a cup of boiling hot water into a bowl and add a tablespoon of the Ambunu powder that you've just made. Mix that all up together and try and get rid of any lumps in the mixture. As you can see, it thickens quite quickly, guys. It's quite luxurious, and the color is a lovely, vibrant, dark green. Go ahead and use a whisk if you have to, just to get rid of any lumps in there. We want it to be as smooth as possible. And let it rest for about an hour, and then after that, it's all ready to use. Now that we've made our paste, we're gonna go ahead and just mix the Ambunu leaves themselves. And for that, you want another cup of the hot water, and then just add a tablespoon of the leaves. So obviously these are not blended leaves, you get the leaves straight from the pack and just mix them in a bowl. This mixture rested for an hour as well, and as you can see, it's much thicker and much slimier after the hour. And you want this just so you can increase the sleep of your Ambunu. Okay, pantyhose, and try and squeeze out as much liquid as you can. And thanks to my subscribers for suggesting this. They told me to squeeze the leaves out of the pantyhose to get the most sleep and to get all that gooiness, and I've done just that. All that's left to do now is to place your liquid into a jar or into a spray bottle, and it's all ready to use. So the last method is the Ambunu gel, and for that all you need is 1 cup of boiling water and half a cup of the Ambunu leaves. So this one is 50-50, 50% water and 50% the leaves. And same thing, you want to mix that all up and let it sit for about an hour. After an hour, you will notice that your mixture is very thick, and to extract the gel, all we need to do is strain the leaves through some pantyhose. Once again, you want to try and squeeze as much liquid as possible, just to get the most out of your mixture before you use it. All that's left to do now is to just place the gel into an applicator bottle or even just a jar, if that's what you've got. So that's pretty much it. I have shared with you 4 ways to make Ambunu. The leaves, the strained leaves, which will give you the Ambunu water, you've got a gel, and you also have a paste that we've created. So now I'm going to use each of these on my hair, and I will pick the best, or the one that I feel works best for my hair. If you guys try any of these, let me know in the comment section which one worked best for you. If you've tried Ambunu before, let me know also which method you use and which one works best for your natural hair. I'm gonna start with the Ambunu water. So I've used the Ambunu water in my initial video, the first video I did about Ambunu, and I just didn't find enough slip to help detangle or even to lather as a shampoo. And you know, detangling was much more difficult in my first video, and I think that was mainly due to the tool that I was using. I was using a wide tooth comb. Once again, thanks to you guys, you told me use a brush and I'm using the Denman, and obviously it's working much better in this situation. Next, we're gonna try out the gel, and straight up guys, the gel is thick and really gooey and easy to apply, and it just, you know, feels good on my hair. I have to say this one is looking good so far. It lathers much better than the water, so yeah, I'm liking this one already. The curls are popping and the detangling is much more, what can I say, easier and more pleasant, because there's a lot of slip, and I think a huge part is because it's thicker. It's much thicker than the water, so I'm loving this one so far, but let's see what happens. Okay, next we're gonna try the paste, what I like to call the paste, and that's the one with the ground Ambunu in it. It's also very gooey, also quite thick, much thicker than the Ambunu water that we started with, and I love how it feels on my hair. It lathers very well, and detangling was also quite pleasant because, you know, once again, it's thicker, it's heavier. I feel like there's more slip because obviously the leaves are in there. So yeah, this one's looking good as well. The curls are also looking quite defined. I know that Denman brush has always helped me define my curls much more. So it has got something to do with the curls, but you know, the product is also working quite well. Last but not the least, we're gonna try the Ambunu with the leaves in them. So that's the leaves, not ground, not, you know, strained, nothing. It's just water and the leaves, the actual leaves in there. And yeah, I mean, it's just harder for me to apply because it's a lighter product. It's much lighter than the previous two that we've just used, but it is giving me slip, and it's also helping my curls pop, and the detangling was also quite pleasant. I wouldn't say it was as great as the paste and the gel. So at the minute, it's gonna be a competition between the paste and the gel. What do you guys think? So I let my hair sit under a plastic cup for about an hour, and then I went ahead and rinsed everything out and came up here to show you guys my results. So first up, let's talk about the Ambunu water. The hair is clean, there is no problems at all. It's detangled and I don't have a problem with the result of the hair. It doesn't feel stripped or dry at all, which is great. The gel also provided really good cleansing properties, and also the hair is soft. I noticed that there's much more definition with the gel. As you can see at the ends of the hair, you know, my hair looks pretty curly, the scalp is clean, and it's not stripped whatsoever. So there's a good result from the gel as well. With the paste, there was a tiny amount of little ambunu leaves in my hair, and that's hugely because of my blender. I think if I had a more powerful blender, this would have not been a problem. I like the feel of the hair. It doesn't feel stripped. It's well hydrated, and obviously it detangled my hair very well. Finally, I want to talk about the portion that had the ambunu leaves in there. It's also clean, and I can see really tiny bits of leaves in there, but it's nothing compared to my experience last time. And I think this was because I brushed it. And again, thanks to you guys, a few of you say to me, try and brush your hair because, you know, it would just help the leaves slide out. And I did that, and I've got a much better result. So for me, the winner is definitely the gel. It was gooey, it was really luxurious and moisturizing to my hair. It provided me with the best sleep of all three, and I absolutely love how it detangled my hair. Second, I'll probably go with the paste. I think the thickness helps. Once again, thanks to you guys. A few of you say to me, squeeze this stuff and also let the leaves sit a little bit longer than the recommended 10 minutes just to get, you know, the most slip and the most, you know, gooiness out of the product. Obviously, using as much ambunu as I used for the gel and the paste might not be sustainable, but hey, it worked. Let me know which method you use and which one works best for your hair. Until next time, it's Pamela Naturals. Bye.